Oliver Solberg is a Toyota Gazoo Racing factory driver in the World Rally Championship. Common sense has prevailed. Let's be honest, from the moment he crossed the finish line of that final stage to win Rally Estonia almost 4 months ago, this one's been on the cards. And on Monday afternoon in Toyota's Nagoya offices, the news was confirmed. Oliver and his co-driver Elliot Edmondson will join the world champion team for a full program of 14 rounds aboard a Toyota GR Yaris Rally 1 next season. Suddenly, that shocking 2022 season with Hyundai, the one where he was dropped from the Korean squad's front line with 2 rounds remaining, seems a very long time ago. Solberg's redemption and return to the sport's top flight is huge news for both the Swede and the World Rally Championship. How did he get here? Long answer short is by winning Rally Estonia, his first ever outing in a works Yaris Rally 1 car, and of course by lifting this year's WRC2 crown. Solberg will, in effect, offer a like-for-like replacement for Rovanperä, tackling all 14 rounds of the championship, arguably as a title contender from the very start. As much as the Estonia win is the one that put his name up in lights, it's his utter domination of WRC2 aboard a Prince Sport Run GR Yaris Rally 2 that's really helped further the commercial enterprise aspect of Toyota Gazoo racing. When a manufacturer like Toyota builds and runs a production-based rally car, it needs to keep on winning to keep on selling. Solberg has won the Rally 2 class on 9 of the 12 WRC rounds he started this season. Toyota understands the value of that, and his Tartu success in the summer was proof perfect that his Rally 2 pace is eminently transferable to the top flight.
Yeah, I think Estonia, of course, it's a proving point of that it's possible, and then of course, I think throughout the year with consistency and a really strong year in WRC2, winning now 9 rallies, in that class, I think for sure all of it together helps, and doing some key good performances as well, and in a few hour rallies which are really tricky, I think definitely helped. And I think this year has been exactly what we dreamed of, building back, step by step, and getting that chance in Rally 1 and winning the whole thing was again a miracle in my opinion. But yeah, for sure it's a stepping stone up to where I am today.
Let's rewind to 2021 and the Arctic Rally Finland, where a 19-year-old Oliver Solberg was standing toe-to-toe and trading times with Sébastien Ogier in a Hyundai i20 Coupe WRC. The following season, a full-time call-up with Hyundai placed him in the hybrid-powered i20 N Rally 1. Remember that? What a shocker it was. Late with development, late with testing, late with everything. Hyundai's then team principal Julien Moncey admitted getting Solberg and his teammates Thierry Neuville and Oyt Tanak just at the start of the Monte Carlo rally was an achievement that year. Solberg wouldn't see the end of the season. Despite a pair of top 5 finishes in IPA and New Zealand, he was dropped as Hyundai ditched its youth policy in favour of a more experienced lineup. Oliver signed for Skoda and set about WRC2 the following season, and he set about it at some speed. Fast everywhere. A handful of mistakes meant he missed the title. It was the same story in 2024. On pace, nobody could hold a candle to him, but a crash in Portugal, allied to a poorly timed puncture in Chile, cost him the championship. Signing for Toyota at the top of the 2025 season seemed to be a clear play to land a seat at the top table. But with Sami Pajari having just placed his feet under that same table, this remained a gamble. That epic Estonia win, combined with his WRC2 championship and Kalle Rovanperä's decision to quit the WRC, ensured an alignment of stars for Solberg. What does Oliver Solberg think of his new deal for 2026?
It's what should I say? It's the biggest day of my life anyway, and it's been just an amazing year to achieve something like this. It's a dream come true. After 2022, I think, you know, I was very low down for a long time, you know, but mentally managed to get out of it, and started rebuilding and started dreaming again, and used, you know, the 2 years with Skoda to rebuild and get the speed back and get confidence back, and then eventually, you know, build on consistency and and so on. And I think this year was, you know, the goal was to sign with Toyota to do all the rallies in Rally 2, to have a chance in Rally 1 for a race or something, and I think that was the goal of it all, you know, to come back onto such a strong level that you can come in and get a chance again and feel ready. Well, I believe everything is possible, but, you know, when I've won a rally this year, I think, you know, to look for a consistent season, getting a lot of experience from all the rallies and using the opportunity, and then obviously then, you know, trying to do a few good rallies. I think there's a high chance of doing very good rallies in the year, I think, with many rallies I know. And then for sure there's still a lot to learn, and I think on tarmac especially, you know, when you come back into Rally 1, it's very different, and so there is still a lot to learn, but, you know, I'm always very motivated, and I always want to be the best, so I will just try my very best and see how it goes. You have Sebastian Ogier, who's been my inspiration and my help for many years now, and I've always looked up to him so much. So I think it's going to be truly inspiring, I think, and really cool to learn from him as much as possible, talk with him, and as long as I don't beat him, he'll probably talk to me. Starting with Monte Carlo back in the car like this, I think it's probably the most difficult rally of the year to start with. But so for that rally and for the first rally of the year, I'm just trying to be calm, you know, trying to be realistic, and then put myself in a good position for my home rally eventually.
With Oyt Tanak's decision to walk away from the WRC just hours old, and Rovanpera's switch to circuit racing still very much at the forefront of everybody's mind, Solberg's news comes as the instant shot in the arm for the WRC. Oliver is the WRC's most marketable driver, with a social media reach that dwarfs that of any other. 23 years on from his father Petter's World Rally Championship title, what are the odds on a second Solberg standing on top of the world this time next year?